Well, here we are up here for 2022 deer season. We got Greg here. We got the old man. Here's Greg.
Hi.
There's the old man. He's up here. Brutus, he's here for another year with us. He's our old boy. He'll be turning 14 this year. Tucker. There's my Tucker right there. But yeah, we just got done. We had chicken Philly sandwiches for dinner with with peppers, green peppers, red peppers, onions. I melted the cheese over the top. I had the melted cheese down the bottom. Tucker's still looking for leftovers. But yeah, fire's going good. It's about 74 degrees in here, and the men have on their minds of what they're hoping to kill tomorrow. So stick with us, and hopefully we can shoot a nice buck tomorrow. End up putting new lights up there this year. There's the bucks up there. I still need to recoat that back wall, but everything's looking decent. And yep, we'll be back with you. Well, here we are, opening morning. Just got into the stand. I heard a lot of rustling when I was crawling into the stand, and sounded like quite a few deer, so hopefully they didn't go too far. Maybe they just thought it was a turkey coming out of the roost or something, I don't know. But yeah, opening morning, Pennsylvania 2022 rifle deer season. It's finally light out. It's about 7:40, so 20 minutes to 8. Decent bit of shooting around. I'm looking at something right now, something moving up there. It's a doe. It's right below my dad's stand. My dad's seen a buck already. He said the buck came down the hill towards his stand and cut a hard left and went into a piece of property that we're not allowed to hunt on. And he said it cut so hard to the left, and about 15 minutes later he heard a shot ring out, so he's thinking that deer's gone. But he said it was a decent buck. He said he could see it at about 150, 200 yards, so I imagine you see it that far out and it's a buck. It's a pretty decent sized buck. So I wonder if it was that 8-point that I've been seeing on my cameras. But I've only seen a few does so far, and just one a few seconds ago. But I got my Mr. Buddy heater on with the little fan on there, and that thing works pretty sweet. Although it does fog up the windows a little bit. I just brought a towel with me and that'll be fine. So, and this will be the last hunt that I'm sitting in this chair. The chair is way too creaky. It makes a lot of noise. So, yeah, that's all I got right now. That was just a little update. And seen a few does, like I said, down in the lower field. I seen the one doe just up here, just literally a minute ago, as soon as I turned the camera on. It's a smaller doe. We have like 3 or 4 small yearling does and little button bucks running around. So I told the guy, I said, if you're gonna shoot a doe, just if it's not running, it's stopped. If you could, just make sure it's not a button buck. So yeah, that's about it. Alright, I'll be back with you with another update a little later. Hopefully we got something on the ground. I'm sitting here wiping a window off from the condensation. This little doe walked out into the field. And she's all by herself. I haven't had much more action here. Had some does out there. Dad just shot at a doe. He said it was trotting pretty good and he couldn't get it to stop, so he took a whack at it, and he went and looked for blood and hair and all that stuff. Couldn't find anything. He said the way she was running after he shot was just like she was running before, so she didn't jump, she didn't stumble, she didn't, hit anything, but yeah, that's about it right now. Oh shoot, here comes a buck. Here, I'm going to turn the camera around again. Oh no, sorry, that's a doe. But still, let's see if we can get it on camera down below there. Yeah, it seems like every time I turn on the camera, deer come out. So maybe I should just leave this camera on the whole time. But that's about all we've been seeing lately is all these small does. The one Dad said he shot at was a good-sized doe. There's 2 good-sized does running together down there up at his stand. Yeah, this is what we've been seeing all day. I think this is the 6th doe I've seen, maybe 7th. Not 100% sure, but I know I've seen quite a few already today, so it's definitely taking up a good part of the day where we're just sitting here looking at deer, even though we're not going to shoot them because they're not big enough, but they're nice to watch. Even as hunters that we make the harvest, we have a good time watching the deer too, so. Alright, well I'm going to shut this down and see if I can watch these deer a little bit. There's my main man right there. He's up in his stand. It looks like he's standing up. He gets leg cramps real bad, and he needs to be able to stand, move around, take little walks. Again, sorry for this being so wobbly, but looks like he's using his binoculars up there right now, but that's how far away he is from me. I'd say it's a good 250, 300 yards. So here's Greg, and he's wondering why I'm carrying back my office chair out of my hunting stand.
Starting to question that.
Yeah, well, hell of a day. Seen about 7 does. What'd you see, Greg?
Saw one.
Yeah.
Very small one.
Yeah, heard lots of shots.
Yep.
You're able to shoot buck and doe today if you have the proper tags. And yeah, I got the old office chair with me. The bottom decided to break off and make all kinds of noise this morning. All the guys are coming back for some lunch. And excuse me here, I don't have my tripod. So again, the tripod's a little shaky, but this is even worse. What's up, Dad? What'd you see up there?
Nothing.
What'd you shoot at?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nah, I shot 2 doe. They were booking off the hill.
So yeah, we just got back in the stand after lunch. It's about 1:45, 2 o'clock-ish would be my guess. I was walking back out here and I had 3 does in the hay field. So we'll see what happens. I'm just looking around here. Every movement catches my eye. It makes me want to really key in on it. But yeah, we're gonna see what we can do, and if I get any action, I'll hopefully get it on camera for you. there's 7 does and 2 spikes down there. And it looks like that one right there. It's coming sideways. He's got a broadside. He might be bigger than a spike. He's a 4-point. Let's see if I can zoom in on him. I'm not sure if you can see that real well because of the window, but there's 2 doe in the bottom left corner. They're kind of messing. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not a doe. The one's a spike. And the other one's a doe. They're kind of just messing around a little bit. So, there's another little spike buck. Yeah, she's coming up through the thicket there, right there. She's right behind that tree. There she goes. Man, she is looking up here like somebody's gonna get sent to the principal's office or something. That there is a smart old doe, but not smart enough to run yet. I still don't want to move. Once she leaves, I'll get out of here. But either that or I put burlap around the bottom of my stand. It's like a camouflage burlap. So the deer don't see me climb in and out of my stand in the morning from down below. It seemed to work great last year, but right now this doe is probably seeing it move in the wind and she's not happy about it. And you know what? Now I can actually hear one of the sticks that I have connected to the burlap. It's hitting against the stand. So she's definitely probably looking at that, wondering what's going on. A couple does. Let me see if I can zoom in on them a little bit. There we go. There's still nothing in the top field. I don't know if they're milling around down there and then they're going to come up or what. There's about 4 more does to the left in the thicket. And I can't get them on camera because all you can see is just a little bit of movement. And there's one behind the tree over there. Another little spike deer there. Spike buck. There's one that just wandered through the field. And there goes another one. And then here comes a small doe into the field right behind me. And then there's 3 more still in the lower field. And there's a half rack down there still too. But he's just wandering around. But this one just walked up the hill. Gonna see what she does. Yeah, there's still 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There's 4 still down the lower field. Comes another little one. There's still 4 down there. There's 2 spikes that ran up a half rack. And I've seen so far like 1, 2, 3, 4. No, there's 5 deer down there right now. plus these 4, plus the 2 spikes that ran up. I don't know where the half rack went though. I've seen so far today about 20, 25 deer. There we go. Yeah, these are really small does. I definitely don't want to shoot one of these small little ones. So what you're looking at here is on the left a half rack 4-point, and on the right was a 4-point. These 2 bucks just came back in from over in the creek. And the one, I mean my binoculars right now here. He's only 3 on one side. He's not a 4-point half rack, he's a 3-point half rack. So, the antlers are a little small, like thin wise. Let me see if I can turn this a little bit, get them better in the frame there. That's an easy 100 yards right there, right where that 4 points walking up the hill. Right there. Easy 100-yard shot. It's a nice size 6-point. That'd be an awesome deer right here to shoot. At this point, I've seen 9 bucks and probably 30 does. So we're gonna keep hunting. We got about 15 more minutes of light. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Whit-Acre Way. Larry here, and it's the second day of our Sunday hunt in Pennsylvania. It's the only Sunday you're allowed to hunt during the rifle firearm season, and it's already pouring out there, so this hunting shack is doing its job, keeping us dry. Garrett's here today. He's napping on the floor right now because it just got light out. And I told him I'd keep an eye out for any bucks for him. So he's here to shoot a buck. He filled his doe tag already. And yeah, hopefully we see something today. And I think today if I see a doe, a decent sized doe, I'm probably going to take it as well. So stick with us and see what goes on for the day. So that's our first deer action today. There's looks to be 4 small does in the lower field, and looks by the way they're coming up They're gonna try to come into the top field. A couple of them already started walking up. So we're gonna wait on that. Because right now that one's too small for me to shoot. I like to shoot a medium size to a large size doe. These little ones aren't worth cutting. If you ask me. If I'm gonna spend my time butchering deer, I'd rather butcher a bigger one. Phone out the glass. Because there might be another one coming up the hill. I thought there was 5 of them.
There is.
Oh, yeah. They're all too small.
Yeah.
So we're back. Garrett's with me here. It's my little buddy. He's here for a buck hunt. And I don't know if you can hear it, but it's pouring out there. So we're pretty excited that we built this shack to keep us out of the weather. We had those 5 does come through this morning. And yeah, that's been about all the excitement so far today. I told Jim I'd bring in the latest footage, and once I get this all settled here, there's some hen turkeys coming down through here. I had an old boss of mine back when I think I worked at this feed shop between the age of 14 and 18, part-time during high school, and he always said, if it's raining and you're turkey hunting, sit the fields, because they'll come out and clean themselves off and open their wings and stuff like that. So, and he's always been right. So this is just insanely wild right now. I have 4 does out in the field, and it's super, super loud right now because of this roof, but the rain is just pouring down. You flip the camera around and you can see it is just coming down. There's still a couple deer out in the field, but I don't know how they're bearing it. That poor doe looks terrible right now. I mean, you could see just the water running off of her. There's 4 of them. There's 2 down the other side, but yeah, this is probably the wildest stuff I've ever hunted in personally. I've sat through storms and stuff in January during the flintlock season, but yeah, I've never been anything this wild. I'm actually contemplating just cutting my losses and getting out of here. So it's pouring so bad right now that I don't know if I want to walk out in this either. So we're gonna hang out for a little bit. Garrett's still in here. He's down under his coat playing with his Game Boy, or his Nintendo Switch rather, and this wind is just getting wild. So I don't know. I think we're gonna be getting out. So all right, over and out. Well, we're back at it. Day 3. It's Monday. First Monday at Pennsylvania State rifle season. Garrett's here fooling with something over there. So hopefully we can hopefully we take home at least a doe today. Came out a little later this morning because it was raining like crazy. And yeah, that's about it so far. Garrett's behind me. If he can peek his head up and wave. There you go. See, oh, wrong side. He's behind me, so he's waiting on a buck. I'm going to take longer shots at a doe if a decent sized doe comes out below the bottom field there. I don't really want him shooting over 100 yards because that's what he practices at. Yeah, last sit for the night, and I already have the truck loaded. All I gotta do is throw the dogs in there, their food, and we can pull out of here. I'm gonna end up pulling the trailer home with my dad's quad on it. So yeah, we've had an eventful weekend here. We've seen a lot of deer, some nice bucks that I couldn't get shots at because you'll see in the videos, they stand behind a tree for 7 minutes with their vitals covered, and then as soon as they come out from behind the tree, they're running. So can't shoot at those running through the trees. Dad seen a couple of nice bucks come off the hill, and they took a left or a right. He couldn't get a shot at them. He ended up shooting at a doe, put some time in looking for blood and hair, and couldn't find anything. So no sooner do I shut the camera off, there's a doe standing right behind me where I'm sitting. Right off the side of the back field there. Looks like a couple of smaller does in the lower field. That's about 110 yards. Okay, grab your rifle. Don't move. Give me it. If he comes in and turns, you shoot. Oh, Garrett, here comes a big buck. Where? Right behind him.
Oh. So which one am I shooting now?
Shoot the one behind him.
Okay, so you're gonna make me wait longer.
Shoot the new buck. The one that just walked in the field with the big antlers. As soon as he turns broadside, Garrett, you can give him a whacking, or do you want me to shoot him?
I guess. Let me find him first.
Keep your finger off the trigger. Okay, get ready. You're gonna have to make a shot really quick.
Where is he?
Right now, he's right in front of that doe. He's almost turned to where you need him to be.
So I still shoot a little bit higher.
Just a little bit higher than the heart, remember?
Yeah.
Remember where I told you? Okay, Garrett, if you have a shot, go ahead and shoot. As soon as he turns sideways, get back onto the gun. Just wait. He went straight up there.
I missed him.
No, you hit him. He looked like he went down right up by the creek. But I'm not sure if he went down though, because I lost track of him. Good job. Good job. Put it on safe. Well, it's the very next day. We got the truck and trailer home yesterday with the quad. We got Garrett's buck home. Had it stuffed with ice to cool it down overnight. And there it is. So I had the ear wrapped into that, if anybody's concerned about that, and it popped out. Those Harbor Freight zip ties, everybody knows. Just kidding. They're not terrible, but yeah, nice sized buck. Sorry we couldn't show the recovery yesterday. We literally had minutes to get down to the bottom field. He shot it at 4:57, and by the time we got down there, it was just enough light left to take a couple pictures with his grandpa. So yeah, Garrett's first buck. Real nice buck. We're going to take it to a local place and have it Euro mounted. It's a European skull mount. We like the white. And we'll hang that up at the cabin. And he did an excellent job. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you like the content, and share with your friends. Thanks everybody.